Hello, I am JT Pinson and I will be telling you how to raise and keep chickens. I got my first batch of chickens last year from the 4-H chick chain. This year, I got another batch and bought some extra ones from a local feed store. Later this year, I hope to hatch my own chicks. And next year, I hope to buy some rarer breeds from a hatchery online. I keep my chickens in a brooder box that has walls with at least two feet high, and I will be adding some chicken wire along the top so they don't jump out. They need to be in a building or facility that is free from draft. Since I have no outside building, I keep mine in a spare bedroom. Chickens need a water source that is changed daily. I give my chicks a chick starter and grower that has probiotics already in the feed. They need a heat source. Newly hatched to 6-week-old chicks need to be maintained at a 95 degrees and every week the temperature needs to be dropped 5 degrees. Some of the common problems with raising chicks is pasty butt, which is caused by overheating. It is when feces dries to the vent and they are no longer able to secrete feces. The way to treat pasty butt is by washing the vent with soap and water, and make sure to rinse them after you're done. And you need to make sure that the chicks are dried off. Another major problem is overcrowding, which can lead to pecking, which can escalate to cannibalism and even death. At 6 weeks of age, you can move them outside because they are fully feathered. You need to be providing a heat source at night and at day if it drops below 65 degrees. The chicks need a place where they can escape the rain and wind. I use an old trampoline with chicken wire around it, and I put a tarp around it if it gets stormy. I'll introduce them when they're older, because older chickens have a larger amount of bacteria in their feces that the younger chicks can't handle. Adult chickens need about 2 to 3 feet in their coop per bird. Out in the run, if you're keeping them in a run, they need 8 to 10 feet per bird. Adult hens need a layer feed with an increased amount of calcium. If your feed does not have this, you need to be offering them oyster shells. And if they're in the run exclusively, you need to be offering them grit. Adult hens need 1 nesting box per 3 birds. Some keep chickens under artificial light. The pros of this, you get eggs year-round. But the cons of this is that their bodies don't have time to recuperate from laying all these eggs, which in turn shortens their life expectancy. The pros of free ranging are that the chickens will be healthier, they'll cut down on ticks for sure, and your feed bill will go down. The cons of free ranging are that your chickens will be more susceptible to predators, and that. Predator proofing your coop is really important so that your chicks do not get harmed. I've seen people who fully enclose their runs, but I can because it's expensive, and that's why we have him. One of the reasons we have a run is because we knew we couldn't free range this between the road and the neighbor dogs. There would be too many things that could kill them. I ended up adopting some chickens because a friend of mine kept losing her chicks to raccoons. My neighbor ended up losing most of her chickens to hawks. I hope this was beneficial and that you learned something from this. Thank you.